Magandang umaga, grade 11. Narito naman muli ang inyong kaibigang guro sa sinagturang mathematics ngayong March 29, 2021. Halina't makinig at matuto sa nag-iisang radyo ng pagkatuto. Ito ang 103.9 Radyo Tangguyop. Your radio for learning. Let's continue our lessons last week. Topic natin ngayon is about the normal distribution, that is from your module 2. Now we have the following objectives. Number 1, illustrate a normal random variable and its characteristics. Number 2, construct a normal curve. Number 3, identify regions under the normal curve. Now let's have the lesson 1, understanding the normal curve. So we have here the properties of a normal probability distribution. What are the properties of a normal probability distribution? So let us start with number 1. The curve of the distribution is a bell shape. So parang bell po yung shape ng curve of the distribution. That is the first properties. Number 2, the curve is symmetrical about the mean. This means if we will cut the curve about the mean, yung sa center, because that is our mean, we will have a balanced proportions. So, balance po yung proportion niya of the halves. So, specifically, we say that one is the reflection of the other. Okay, so next, let's proceed to number 3. Third properties of a normal probability distribution: the mean, median, and mode are of equal values, and when sketched, they coincide at the center of the graph. So, nandito po makikita sa center of the graph natin yung mean, median, at saka yung mode. So, they are equal of values. Next is number 4. The width of the curve is determined by the standard deviation of the distribution. Okay, so down here we have an example. The curve defines a standard normal curve. A standard normal curve is, so here is it, the standard normal curve. A standard normal curve is a normal probability distribution that has mean value equal to 0 and a standard deviation equal to 1. Pag sinabing standard normal curve, ito ay isang normal probability distribution na yung mean value na is equivalent to 0, yung sa gitna na value is 0, and the standard deviation is equal to 1. Yung space between 0 and the yung next portion is equal to 1. So, 1 yung distance, yung space or yung width ng standard deviation natin. The standard normal curve is used as a guide for distributions which has mean value not equal to 0 and a standard deviation not equal to 1. So, ito yung ginagamit natin na guide. If the distributions, yung example natin, has a mean value not equal to 0. Pag hindi equal ng 0 yung mean value natin at saka yung standard deviation is not equal to 1, so ito po yung guide natin, yung standard normal distribution. So, we have here an example of a standard normal distribution. Yung middle niya is 0. The SD is the width, yung width natin from the yung first portion natin from 0 and 1. So the standard deviation is 1 and 1 and another portion is 1 to 2. So the standard deviation here or the width is also 1 unit. And then 2 to 3. So another the standard deviation is 1. So that is the standard normal curve. So ito yung standard normal curve na pinabasihan natin if the mean is not equal to 0 and the standard deviation is not equal to 1. So, ito yung binabasihan natin. Meron tayong example dito. In a given distribution with the mean equals 95. So, ito yung sinasabi natin. So, bell shape pa rin yung curve. The middle or the median is 95 because that is our mean in a given distribution with mean equals to 95 and standard deviation equals 3, the width of the curve will be 3 numbers away from each other. So ito, so from 95 to 98, so meron siyang three numbers away from each other. So yan yung standard deviation natin. Okay. And then fifth, the curve extends indefinitely approaching the x-axis but never touching it. Thus, the curve is asymptotic to the line. So nakikita nyo dito from, sa example natin, yung curve natin never touching the x-axis. Hindi talaga mag-touch yung curve natin sa x-axis. So almost lang, no? Approaching the x-axis but never touching it. So hindi dapat mag-touch doon sa x-axis yung curve natin. And then number 6, the area of the region under the curve is 1. So yung area, lahat yan is equivalent to 1. It represents the probability or percentage or portion associated with the specific sets of measurement values. So take note always that the area under the normal curve is equal to 1. This means that for every specific measurement value, there corresponds exactly one probability, percentage, or portion value which describes a particular area of the region under the normal curve. So lahat yan, if we're going to total all the area or the portion under the normal curve, that is equivalent to 1. So yung mga portion dyan, yung mga, that is only the percentage or the probability. Okay, pag i-add natin lahat, that is equivalent to 1. Okay, we have here the steps in finding the area under the normal curve given a z value. Number 1, express the given z value into a 3-digit number. Okay, 3-digit number yung express natin yung given value. Number 2, using the z table, find the first 2 digits on the first column. Third, find the third digit on the first row on the right. And 4, read the area for probability at the intersection of the row, first 2-digit number, and column in the third digit number. So the value observed at the intersection indicates the area of the given z value. Now let's have an example, an illustration, and how to find the area under the normal curve. So number 1 here is find the area that corresponds to z. It is equivalent to 2. So finding the area that corresponds to z is equal to 2 is the same as finding the area between z is equal to 0 and z equals to 2. Okay, so what are those steps? Letter A, express the given z table to a 3-digit number. So the z is equal to 2 becomes z is equal to 2.00. And the next step, in a table, find the first 2-digit number on the first column. Okay, so first column, the first digit is 2. So down here, nandito po yung 2. And then next step, find the third digit on the first row. Okay, so first row, third digit. Nandito ba? Okay, so that is 2.00. And read the probability at the intersection of row 2.0 and 00 column. The intersection is 0.4772. So ganito lang po kadali maghanap ng value under the normal curve. The area at the intersection is 0.4772. Now, number 2, find the area that corresponds to z is equal to 1.45. So, finding the area that corresponds to z is equal to 1.45 is the same as finding the area between z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1.45. So we have here the steps. Express the given z table to a 3-digit number. So that is equivalent to 1.45. It is already expressed to a 3-digit number, so just copy the given. In the table, find the first 2 digits on the first column. So first 2 digit is 1.4, right? So dito sa first column natin, hahanapin na natin yung 1.4. So dito siya. And then, find the third digit on the first row. So first row, what is our digit? That is 0.05, third digit. So 1.4 and then ano yung third digit is 5, that is 0.5. So the intersection is 4.265. Okay, so the area at the intersection is 0.4265. So, yan na po. That's how are we going to use the z table in finding the area under the normal curve. Okay, next. Number 3, find the area that corresponds to z is equivalent to negative 2.5. So, negative yung value natin. So, take note of this. The negative in the given z value as z is equivalent to negative 2.5 indicates that the location of where that area is in the curve. Since it is a negative, meaning the measurement x that corresponds to z is equivalent to negative 2.5 is located at the left side of the curve. Kasi negative siya, di ba? So, sa number line natin, sa left side is the negative value. Since the normal curve is symmetrical about the mean, therefore finding the area of z is equal to negative 2.5 is the same as finding the area of z is equal to 2.5. So, walang pagkakaiba po yan kasi symmetrical po yung table natin. So, pwede rin natin gagamitin instead of z is equal to negative 2.5, pwede natin hanapin doon sa z table natin yung value ng z is equivalent to 2.5. So, pareho lang po yun sila ng value. Okay, first is express the given z value to a 3-digit number. So, since the given is 2.5, mag-add lang tayo ng 0 to make it 3 digits. So, in the table, find the first 2-digit number on the first column. So, first column is 2 digits. So, 2.5. This is the first 2 digits. And then, find the third digit on the first row. So, the first row is, the third digit is 0. That is 0.00. And then the intersection is 0.4938. Okay, so the area at the intersection is 0.4938. So that is now the area under the normal curve given the z value is equivalent to negative 2.5 or positive 2.5. So same lang po yung value natin since symmetrical po yung curve natin. Now let us proceed to lesson 2. Our lesson 2 is about identifying regions of areas under the normal curve. So this time, you will try to find the area of the regions between any two specific z values under the normal curve. So, two specific z values. So, yung dalawang values ibibigay, then you are going to find the area under the normal curve. So number 1, example here, find the area of the region between z is equal to 1 and z is equal to 3. So our solution, the area of the region described by the point z is equal to 1 indicates that the area from z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 1. So from 0 to 1, that is the area of the region described by z is equal to 1. So using the z table, it has a corresponding area of 0.3413. So with z is equal to 3, yung z is equal to 3 describes the area of the region from z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 3. So with corresponding area of 0.4987 using the z table. So ito po yung area ng z is equal to 3. From 0, dito yung mean, and then up to 3. That is 0.4987. So yan po yung portion ng z is equal to 3. Now, the problem states that we need to find the area of the region between the given two values. So, yung red line lang po. So, in doing so, we need to subtract the area that corresponds to z is equal to 3 to the area that corresponds to z is equal to 1. So, yung value natin ng z is equal to 3 is 0.4987. Ito po lahat from 0 to 3. The value is 0.4987 using the z table. And then minus the z is equal to 1, which is, ito po yun, 0.3413, area ng z is equal to 1. So pag isubtract natin yan, maiiwan is the area is only 0.1574, the area between the two. So therefore, the area between z is equal to 1 and z is equal to 3 is 0.1574 po. Now let's proceed to example number 2. Find the area of the region between z is equal to 1 and z is equal to negative 1. The area of the region described by the point z is equal to 1 indicates that the area from z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 1. So using the z table, it has corresponding area of 0.3413. So yung area from 0 to 1, so from the middle and then yung first po na value natin dito, that is 0 to 1, that is z is equal to 1. Now how about the z is negative 1? So, sa other side, since yung positive kanina, positive 1, from 0 to positive 1 going to the right, and then the second value, z is equal to negative 1, so the area from the region is from 0 to negative 1. So, the area of the corresponding area is equivalent to 0.3413 using the z table po. So, the z is equal to 1 has the same area with z is equal to negative 1. So, same lang po yung area natin. So, the curve is symmetrical about the mean. Therefore, finding the area of z is equal to 1 is the same as finding the area of z is equal to negative 1. So, the negative sign indicates only the location of the z value under the curve. So, because it is a negative, it is located at the left side of the curve. So, negative yung 1. So, the area is from 0 to the left side of the curve. And then z is equal to positive 1. The area is from 0 to the right side of the curve, which is positive side. Okay, so the problem states that we need to find the area of the region between the given two values. So the first is z is equal to negative 1 and z is equal to positive 1. So from negative 1 to positive 1, yan po yung area natin. And that is equivalent to, so since pareho lang yung value niya, 0.3413 plus 0.3413, ito yung z is equal to negative 1 and z is equal to positive 1. Pag i-add natin yan, then we will get 0.6826. So the area between z is equal to 1 and z is negative 1 is 0.6826. So yun lang po yung gagawin natin. And then we have here another one example. Find the area of the region between z is equal to 2 and z is equal to negative 1.5. So the solution here is, so 1.5, this is in between 1 and 2. So the area of the region described by z is equal to 2 is, so from the median, from 0 going to the right, go up to 2, that z is equal to 2. So using the table, it is a corresponding area of 0.4772. Now, so with z is equal to negative 1.5, that is from center, from 0 going to the left, up to 1.5, negative 1.5. So it describes the area of the region is from 0 to negative 1.5. And then using the z table, that equivalent to 0.4332. So z is equivalent to 1.5 has the same area with z is equal to negative 1.5 since the curve is symmetrical about the mean. So finding the area of z is equal to negative 1.5 is the same as finding the area of z is equal to 1.5. So pag negative yung z value natin, same lang po yan sa value ng positive na z value natin. So the negative sign indicates only the location. So tandaan, pag negative, yung value ng negative 1.5 at saka z is equivalent to positive 1.5, pareho lang po. The only difference is the location. Pag nasa curve na po siya, pag sinabi nating negative 1.5, nasa from 0 to the left side of the curve. And then pag positive, from 0 to the right side of the curve. Okay, so the problem states that we need to find the area of the region between the given two values, and then the z is equivalent to negative 0.5 from 0 to negative to the left side, and then z is equal to 2, that is from 0 to positive 2. So the value of z is equal to 2 is 0.4772 plus the value of z is equal to negative 1.5 is 0.4332. So if we're going to sum it up, that is equivalent to 0.9104. So therefore, the area between z is equal to 2 and z is equal to negative 1.5 is 0.9104. Okay? Hanggang dito lang muna tayo. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig, grade 11 students. Naway marami kayong natutunan sa ating araling ngayong Lunes, March 29, 2021. Hanggang sa muli, paalam!